Yeah. The question would be, if we're holding back because we're worried that bad actors are going to get it, is China taking the same approach? Because I would imagine they're not.
They're not.
I would imagine they're full bore, full steam ahead.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems. Like
that's the same thing with a lot of other technology, right?
Oh yeah. Rubio and Rounds and Gillibrand, three of the most senior leaders in our government, talk very openly about their concern about China and them getting ahead of us on reverse engineering this technology. Rubio says it keeps him up at night. Rounds very animatedly says in the film, do you think for 1 second that they wouldn't use this technology for their domination if they didn't think we had access to the same technology?
How is everybody getting these crashed UFOs? What's the story behind that?
So here's an interesting thing. One of the unexpected things I learned in talking to sources, like real credible people, is that some of the crashes were actual crashes, where just, crashes happen, just like they do for, you could drive as safe as possible, fly as safe as possible, crashes are going to happen. But some of them were actually caused by elements of our military intelligence community and elements of foreign military intelligence community people. So, like, one of the realizations early on was that nuclear weapon testing has a ripple effect that can down these things.
Especially high altitude nuclear testing, which is one of the things that they did in the 1950s in particular.
Yeah, and so they started doing it.
Yeah.
To like shoot fish in a barrel, basically.
They did it on purpose?
Yeah. And so did Russia.
That's why they were doing it?
Yeah, and then Russia started doing it.
No.
Yeah, and then
it's like throwing dynamite into the river.
It's like fishing with dynamite. Yeah,
fishing with dynamite.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
And which is crazy on multiple levels. A, you could accidentally provoke a nuclear conflict with another party that doesn't know what you're doing. B, you're picking a fight with a more intelligent, superior species, right? Which is probably not going to work out great for anybody.
They probably couldn't believe we were using nukes in the sky. These fucking idiots nuked some of our spaceships.
And the ocean.
Yeah, we nuked the ocean a ton of times.
Yeah, and there's a ton of UAP activity in the ocean.
Right. That's something that Tim Burchett recently talked about. Did you see that?
Yeah. I mean, I've talked off the record with admirals and sub-commanders and been told that these giant football-sized crafts that were seen over Vandenberg, for example, have been seen under the ocean.
Whoa.
Moving at crazy speeds, tracked by our subs.
Yeah, they said there was one story of one that was the size of a football field that was going 500 knots.
Yeah.
Underwater with no ripples.
Yeah. So it starts to make you think, like, not only was Spielberg tipped off early on, but maybe James Cameron was too. Maybe the abyss is a lot closer to reality than we ever thought.
Well, there was always stories about things coming from the ocean, and there was always stories of people that lived in like the Pacific, like on the coast, of seeing things come out of the ocean. Particularly somewhere around San Diego, there's always stories around San Diego.
There's a hot spot there, yeah. Congressman Andre Carson, who's on the House Intelligence Committee and on the House Committee for the CIA, he goes on the record in the film saying that these UAP that come out of the ocean are otherworldly things. He says they are not man-made aircraft. They are not rockets. These are otherworldly things, he says. And that was a significant moment for me when he went on the record and said that. And I think it's going back to the nuclear stuff. It's scary to think that anyone thought it was a good idea to intentionally take down the aircraft of a more intelligent species.
Yeah.
It seems like a very foolish decision.
Well, if that's true.
Yeah.
I know that there was a lot of high-altitude nuclear bomb testing for whatever reason. And then there was that Operation Midnight Prime. Is that what it was? No. Starfish Prime, where they were blowing holes through the Van Allen radiation belts. They were just launching nuclear bombs into space.
Well, I'll tell you something that I don't think people know about, but the UAP task force, which Jay Stratton ran, they put in place, based on that data of the connection with nukes, they put together a plan to lure in UAP with nuclear elements, so nuclear aircraft carrier with some nuclear weapons on it, and they had all these data collection systems in place, and it worked.
Whoa! So they put out bait.
Without doing a test
Just the fact that they
Just
had
the fact
nuclear
that it
weapons
existed and was being put into place, it attracted, and they caught a lot of data on it.
Whoa.
And, we shouldn't think that was the only time they did that.
Well, I would imagine, they probably saw the testing, the stupid shit we did in the ocean.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, we were talking about this last night. John Wayne did a terrible movie called Genghis Khan. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's one of the worst movies of all time. And that's what killed him. That movie killed him. He got cancer from that movie. And so did almost, I think it was like close to 100 people on the set. Some very large number of people on the set got cancer because they did this all downwind from where the government was detonating nuclear bombs.
Horrible.
They filmed it all in Nevada in the desert. Horrible. So they blew up. So I'm sure you've seen the video of where it shows like a time lapse of all the nuclear tests over the years. And you just go, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing in Nevada? Nevada just boom, 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 boom. And if I was from another planet, I'd be like, that's when I would start going, oh my God, these idiots, not only do they have it, but they're just blowing them up in the ocean.
Yeah.
No consideration for the fish, the whales, the dolphins, whatever the fuck happens to be there when they drop that thing down. Like they're clearly irresponsible.
Yeah. No, it's concerning.